Welcome to part two of Raw Review. After the All-Star match, if you don't know who the All-Star match is, go back and look it up from last week, and that's who the All-Stars are. After the All-Star match, we had your We the People segment. There's no better place to do a We the People segment than in Washington, D.C., the capital of this great nation. You did it in front of the Capitol building. Good segment. Not my favorite, but good. You had Alberto Del Rio interview. Talking about how he's going to face Zeb Coulter. Yes, I said Zeb Coulter, Mr. Fix My Mustache. Jack Swagger's, his manager. I just can't think today for some reason. After that, you had what I thought was the best match. And I will be doing this every week. Best match, what I think is the best match, worst match. Best segment, worst segment, weird shit that happened during Raw, you're doing a little bit better, but it needs to be last. You need to have your best match last. That's all WWE should be about. Is wrestling segments are good, but wrestling is better. But you had your best match, Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler, as the second match of the night. Dolph Ziggler won the match by holding Daniel Bryan's tights. You might not see it, but he holds the tights. After that, Big E Langston comes in and does his Big E Bomb, Big E Splash. I mentioned this last week. I don't give a fuck what it's called. I don't know. They haven't really given it an official name yet. When they give it an official name, I will. If you guys get pissed off at me for not calling it right, I don't care. It's not officially named. He hasn't wrestled. Yes, he's wrestling in NXT. I don't watch that shit. I don't watch the mediocre, terrible, waste of time garbage, okay? He does his Big E finisher to Team Hell No. I don't think you should have what I'm going to call a WrestleMania type of preview match. I don't think you should have WrestleMania competitors, or hell, any pay-per-view like Hell in a Cell, Extreme Rules, the new one that's supposed to be coming out this year, Payback, Night of Champions. Any pay-per-view, I don't think you should have the competitors wrestling each other this close to a pay-per-view. But you did twice on Raw. Like I said, that was the best match. After that, you had, like I said, Triple H. Like I said, with this belt, I loved him. I still like him. CEO. Last week he did the best thing since he became CEO. You know, I'm going to wear this thing. I've had this since '98. I'm going to do it like this. Maybe for this part only. But, you had Triple H in what I call his segment. They were advertising Shawn Michaels. I'm calling this the Triple H segment, because I like Triple H. Shawn Michaels comes out and starts talking. As he's talking, he gets interrupted by Triple H. They start talking back and forth, and Shawn Michaels says, forget it, you know what, I just got one thing to say. I'm going to be in your corner at WrestleMania. I think you could have done someone different, like Stephanie McMahon, since she's been more in this and had better storylines with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, like at Raw 1000. She slapped the hell out of Paul Heyman. Okay? But then you're probably thinking, yeah, but Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania. You can't have WrestleMania without Shawn Michaels. Some part in it. I understand that. But I like the McMahon family. Hell, when my Twitter starts working right, I'm following Triple H on Twitter. I'm following Stephanie McMahon on Twitter. I might follow now Vince McMahon on Twitter. Who knows? But Twitter's got to work for me. Shawn Michaels will be in Triple H's corner at WrestleMania to even the odds. It's a no-hold-barred match, so it's no DQ. Shawn Michaels could screw Triple H. Who knows? But my final prediction will be on Saturday, which is this 10 matches, WrestleMania. Don't miss it. Don't miss WrestleMania preview night. It's going to be Friday or Saturday, depending on when I feel like doing it. Might be Saturday, might be Friday. SmackDown's on Friday. I'm gonna watch it. This is my room. It might change. Might have new scenery, so don't freak out. There's new scenery. It's still gonna be preview or prediction show, whichever one. Anyway, let's get back into it. While they were talking, you hear Brock Lesnar's music. His down there. I love the beginning of it. Lesnar interrupts, says not a word. I don't think Lesnar said a word since John Laurinaitis was on there, since John Laurinaitis was GM, which John Laurinaitis was on SmackDown. I wasn't able to do SmackDown because of Easter and everything. I wasn't able to do TNA because no one's posting on YouTube. Plus, it was close to Easter. That excuse won't fly. I know it's close to WrestleMania. No parents. Party at my house. But Paul Heyman comes out and says I'm going to call it his disappointment promo. It wasn't a bad promo. He used the word disappointment a lot. That's where I got the title from. He says, you're going to be a disappointment to yourself. You're going to be a disappointment to Shawn Michaels. You're going to be a disappointment to your kids, your wife. He didn't really say your brother-in-law. I'm going to say your father-in-law, the WWE Universe, and everyone. You're going to be a disappointment to everyone, like you retired like your buddy Shawn Michaels and your buddy Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24 and WrestleMania 26. You're going to be a disappointment like them when you lose to Brock Lesnar. Okay? I'll tell you who I think is going to win that on WrestleMania prediction show. Don't miss it. Please don't miss it. You will regret missing that. After that segment, you had two worsts. Worst match, there's two of them. You had worst match number 1, Wade Barrett versus the useless, unneeded Zack Ryder. Miz was at commentary. I don't know what to say about this match. This match was a waste of time. A waste of time that you could have done something like all of a sudden mention a Divas match. There's no Divas match at WrestleMania except for the mixed tag team match. There's none. None at WrestleMania. Get that fucking thing out of here. It's bothering me. There's not even a united... I'll talk about that when we get to that part. How about that? That'll do it for part 2 of Raw Preview. Stay tuned. Part 3 is coming up right after this.